All right, we are back online after a couple months of being offline there. Was able to keep up with a lot of the YouTube comments while I was offline, but we are back mostly with a completed setup here, ready to go make some more video guides. And one that I am excited to make here is Momentum Mod. I actually made this guide a couple days ago, but the audio wasn't quite right, so we're going to redo it tonight even better and go over every mode available within Momentum Mod. So Momentum Mod is a speed running platform. It's a community run title. It's been in development for many years now, and now it is in a public playtest. So everybody should have access now to the playtest. If you don't have access, it's probably something wrong with your Steam account. Make sure you've spent, I think, at least $5 somewhere on Steam on that account, and you should have access to the playtest. A lot of modes in here, including some new ones we'll go over tonight. We're going to take a look at every one of the modes here. Hot new trailer there. We're going to jump in here and take a look at the game. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so this game uses some assets from Counter-Strike Source and I think Counter-Strike 2. So make sure you got those installed if you got them, and make sure you buy them if you don't own them. We got some disclaimers here. They're going to reset the progress with each major update. Like I said, I was on here a couple days ago, so you might see some runs already done by me. But actually, it looks clean because I actually had reinstalled since then. So we're going to go through every mode here. As you see, we have Surf mode, Bunny Hop mode, Half-Life 1 Bunny Hop mode, 1.6 Climb, Rocket Jump mode, Sticky Jump, Accelerated Bunny Hop, Conc Jumping, CPM Defrag, Vanilla Quake Defrag, and then Vintage Defrag. So, starting off here with Surf. Well, as you see, we're kind of backing up here. If you're not familiar with Momentum Mod, now you are. This is what we got here. We got imported maps from different game titles available here on a linked account, on a shared platform here, community ran. And as you see, we got the multiplayer going here. We got 7 people on this one, Surf Sanctuary. All you do is you hit the downloads. Oh, we are missing some more titles. How would I even install Counter-Strike Global Offensive? Because I installed Counter-Strike 2. So Team Fortress as well, TF2 rather, install that if you're getting that warning. And I'm playing on here with a record holder, so I get an achievement for that. Very cool. So achievements added. As you see, we got the live multiplayer, other players going, including the world record holder. And we can jump right in here. I don't know this map, but we'll see how it goes. If you're familiar with this kind of thing, then this is nothing new in a sense. And if you're not, you're going to be completely lost. Just hang on and you'll catch on what's going on. So, Surf mode, biggest, of course, in Counter-Strike Source. But really, any Source game and a lot of games developed a little community of surfers. So, what you want to do is, maintain your angle there. Do we have a reset button here? R for reset. Hit that ramp there at the angle right alongside so you don't have any kind of bump when you hit it. You want to slide right on there, and then you hold your strafe into it. You can see my inputs there on the bottom right there. I'm not the best one on the server, but we'll give it a couple minutes here, and you'll get the hang of what we're doing here. Loving the multiplayer available on here. We go down there and up there. Yeah, we gotta really get back into surfing if we want to even get these tier 2 maps. This is a tough first jump here. Wow. But the physics are feeling good. Everything's feeling good, you know. This is surfing. Really good. And there was surfing in CSGO, and then in CS2, with the port to CS2, we lost, well, it's just not been stable, and every update kind of breaks everything, and so there really isn't kind of the surf community there at this point. So really cool to see another way that the same maps can be surfed in the same way as they're intended. With the high scoreboards and everything just tracked perfectly. It's beautiful, it's perfect. But we're gonna move on and look at the next mode here. We have bunny hop mode. We got always translucent and forever translucent. And again, we got a bunch of people on. So this one we can jump more than once on these platforms, depending on the map. There's different rules. We got a big bouncy there, and you can't hit the gray ones, I guess. So you kind of figure out the map rules real quick, and let's see if we can't do a little bunny hopping. On this mode, you can just hold your space bar down, and you gain your speed, as you might expect, through your strafe jumping. Or what's called strafe jumping in this game. Terminology might get a little confusing as these communities clash. Alright, I got an achievement there for jumping 1,000 times. You can't gain speed on the starting platform here. There we go. No. Alright. You get the idea here. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. But that is bunny hopping mode. As you see, you can even spectate other people on the server. This guy's farther along on the map here. He's doing pretty well. Oh, trying to hit a skip there. Pretty slick. Trying to be slick. Got a nice circle jump to start off there. Yeah. One strafe on every jump he's hitting, and then it'll spread it out to 2. Or try to. But that's the better players here, and just so cool to have the multiplayer going there. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's great. So, Half-Life 1 bunny hopping. Here's one that shows where I was on the other day. So, if you're really old school, like me, we got the same thing here. Different physics set. It's faster, it's sharper. Oops. But it's Half-Life 1 bunny hopping. I went the wrong way there. So same idea, we're just holding down our spacebar here. And timing our jumps here. You really got to get into practice with any one of these modes. Probably don't want to be switching around too much with these bunny hopping modes, but it's so nice to have everything in one client like this. Multiple physics engines like this. We'll just take it slow here. We'll get at least a finish, maybe. That's not important. You get the idea here. If you know, you know. It's Half-Life 1 physics bunny hopping, which is available in a lot of mods and games, but nice to have in one client here with all the polish and the high scoreboards and everything else that comes with that here. Little surf there. Oh yeah, now I'm feeling like a pro. Alright, broke my record, minute 23, and we can grind that down a bit more if we wanted to, and it gives me goals right there on the finish. Really nice there. First place goal will be 49 seconds on this map. Feels almost doable, but that is completing a level here on the Half-Life 1 bunny hop. Moving on to another Half-Life 1 physics engine here. We have different maps available here, even from the other modes, but KZ specific ones here are going to be climb maps. So in some ways not dissimilar to a bunny hop map where we have a maze. I don't know if this is going to be the best video content, but several maps available here for sure, and I think there was different modes available even on that one. They download so quick and everything too. You can check out these different maps. Creed's climbing. Another little plot-based one on this one. We got KZ cell block. Interesting choices for the maps available here. Different ones available. Here's a more traditional one here. You start traditionally by hitting the button here. I believe it is just set on this bounded box here on this trigger as you leave it. Oh, we can only hit once on here, I think. Yep. Yeah, I can only stay on these blocks for once. One jump. Oh, that's tough. This is 1.6 physics, where there isn't the same kind of momentum on your bunny hopping. There's a restriction in place. But if that's your thing, then check this out. And just to really show some variety here, what do we have here? Yeah, so this is a more traditional vertical KZ map here. Oh, we got a crouch jump on here, slide along the wall here, and so you're not using your momentum here in the same way that you're trying to maintain your momentum on most of the other modes. Still, fluidity is going to be key, fast pace, but your jumps aren't strung together in the same way. So again, some of you are possibly going to be a little lost at what's going on here, but some of you are just going to know exactly what this is here. And how cool is it that we have this nice modern client here with everything built in here. So climb all the way up there, set your times, and check your leaderboards. Very cool to have. I should note also that this is filtered by ranked maps, which I believe are the most polished and ready, and some of these modes have unranked and beta. Here we have beta. Look at this, we got tons of maps here in beta that just aren't yet available for ranked play, but these are the ones with ranked leaderboards available. We're going to move on here to rocket jump. We got RJ Nepal, Tier 1 Jerf. Is that jump and surf? Yeah. So we got a couple other people on this map as well. Loving this multiplayer. It, you know, makes it easier to see. You got some better players, some worse players. How it goes, you know. But this is rocket jumping. I'm definitely not going to be one of the better players at this. That is the idea. Like all of these modes, if you know, you know. If you're looking for this, you probably already have a place that you're used to playing rocket jumping maps. But here in this client, with the leaderboards and everything and the multiplayers, very cool. Moving right along. So we got some, okay, again, missing textures. Gonna have to figure out how to get Counter-Strike Global Offensive installed at this point in time, since it's not available on Steam. So here, similar to the rocket jump, we're just playing sticky jump map. So this is from Team Fortress 2 specifically. The demo man class had these sticky grenades, and then with your right click, you can detonate the grenades. Thus, we can do trick jumping. So I have some missing textures here. Looks like the light or some decoration there. Not a big deal, but if I installed TF2 and somehow Counter-Strike Go, I might be able to get those textures fixed. But looking pretty good as it is already. And this is how these sticky jump maps go. You know, you just find your way through here. You jump, you right click. Can I land on this? Yeah. And you jump over these gaps. I think I'm going in circles. Find your way around on... Oh, down here. Yeah, this is where I go. That's a little trickier. How about that? And then up there. Oop. Flip. Can I, yeah, I can't land on that. So I gotta do it in 2 or maybe in 1. Can I slide off of that? Not quite. So if you ever do get stuck on these, you know, you can check out the replays. Sometimes the world record run's not always the most helpful for figuring out these jumps. Can I land on this? Yeah, okay. And then... Oop. Oh, I go down over there. Oop. Got a spiral down there. Oh, I thought I had that one. Let's just try it with one sticky there. There we go. So, as you see, I'm on jump. 9 out of 20. I can go all the way through this. Oh, did I run? Okay. You can switch guns in here for some reason. I don't know why you would want to. got some directions going up here. Yeah, it looks like we're going up there. Oh, we don't need to do the whole run here. We've been going 3 minutes on this one already. You see how easy it is to get sucked into these, how fun it is. So, moving right along, we got some A-hop. Alright, we're going to talk accelerated bunny hop. So, accelerated bunny hop goes back to Half-Life 2. And so, a lot of these maps here are sections of the single-player game, stripped down with a lot of the obstacles removed here. But, in the original retail version of Half-Life 2, and I guess before that, there was a bug where your backwards movement was not capped in the same way that your forwards movement was. Your backwards movement, the movement cap applied negative speed if you're moving backwards, and so if you hit the movement cap while moving backwards, it would apply forwards speed. Yeah, definitely not my strong point to even explain this one. You know, unfortunately can't consistently demonstrate it. Occasionally I can accidentally hit that. But, you know, in this case, we can look at the leaderboards here and see how it's done here. Actually, let's see what we got here. Global leaderboards. Not a lot of finishes here, but we can watch replays of any one of them. Or some of them, it would seem. Oh, because I'm on a different map there. Yeah, okay. So, sorry, whatever I was on there. So we can look at the leaderboards here. And see the replays of different people. And see their techniques here. You see, like, he gains so much speed off of that backwards circle jump there. And then just maintains that speed. And you see these top replays are over the top ridiculous. But it's this starting technique here of this backwards circle jump. He is ducking there. And walking. So, sorry I can't go deeper onto that technique there, but that is accelerated bunny hopping. As I said, it's from old school, unpatched, early Half-Life 2 era physics. But we'll move on here to... how do I stop that thing for playing? That's fine. We'll move on to conc jumping here. I'll see if there's anything familiar here that we might want to jump into. Conc racks. Okay, so conc jumps comes from Team Fortress Classic. And, you know, in a way, Quake World Team Fortress had conc grenades as well, but really in Team Fortress Classic became such a part of the movement, part of the meta of the competitive game, but then also of the, oh yeah, conc racks. So, maybe not the best demonstration here. So, the medics and scouts in Team Fortress Classic had this grenade, which didn't deal damage, but it would move people back from it. So it could be it could be used for offensive purposes to clear out the enemies, but it can also be used for movement. You could place them on the ground and then use them to move, and you can hold them in your hand and use them for movement as well. Oops. My timing is not good. I think I can just handheld this right across like that. Maybe. Let's try it with two here. I think I can just do it with one though. So you just handheld one like that, and jump right across. In this case, we got to go up here, so we're gonna drop one down here, and go up here. And here's where we might actually need to. So we'll probably use one to fly out there and then one around the corner. Oops. Yeah. So that's conc jumping. And again, just like all the other things that were shown tonight, it's a movement mode that you either know exactly what this is or you have no idea what this is. But if you know what this is, it's, as you know, still available in Team Fortress Classic on several servers and stuff like that. And so nothing takes away from that at all. But to have the same physics and everything, although I think, you know, other people will be able to tell more, I think this might be on the source physics here. And if that's the case, maybe in the future it opens to source in Half-Life 1 physics conking, but nevertheless, these maps are being ported over. As you see, these are the maps that we're used to in different games and stuff like that, all combined here. I even see some familiar names here. Frylock putting down the #1 time on this map here. Let's check out him doing work here. He's got his next one primed before he even goes off that jump there, and then hits the jump that I had reached at about a minute into my run. Just speeding through these jumps here, treating the whole course as something to speed run. That's something that these timers and stuff have brought to conc jumping, which was originally more of a competition just to see who could complete the maps even. But now these time and leaderboards. Oh, we got Ed there, #2. Shout outs. Or this is a different. Oh, this is on. This is all right, moving on here. Next, we have several defrag modes here referring to Quake. So, for a little background here, specifically with Quake 3, there was Vanilla Quake 3, which is the next one coming up here. And then, especially at the time, the more played mode was the Challenge Pro mode, CPM. And so, there was trick jumping communities within both of those. Nowadays, it's really one of the only reasons to play Quake 3, because Quake Live and other things exist now that are a better experience. Really, I think the only people playing actual Quake 3 are the defraggers. So, of course, that's still available there. Nothing takes away from that. But here in this fancy new client, we have defrag mode available here. So this is CPM defrag. Looks like I'm supposed to use some weapons here. Okay, so can't just hold space on this mode. You gotta really ride the curves and find your maximum ability to oops. Gotta remember how to even do this. So, as you curve, you'll find at different speeds, you have different radiuses will give you different amounts of speed gain. And that's, you're strafe jumping in this kind of physics. And so, you're just gonna gain as much speed as you can while doing your curves. And of course, in this mode, we have some rockets available to us here, which will really speed things up. So, you're also kind of riding your maximum. Oh, jeez. go. Yeah. Your maximum speed limits come into play here. You want to ride those. Oops. But yeah, so that's CPM physics with the defrag mode here, and then the same thing available on Vanilla Quake 3. We even see there's somebody playing on this one. We'll go to another map here to check out what he's playing on here. So these are defrag maps now available in this. See, I can't even turn sharp enough. I've always struggled with this. Let's see. We gotta go up here, I think. Oh, these jumps. No, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. It is over here. Alright, we'll see a completely different flavor here on these maps without the rocket launcher. This is now the Vanilla Quake 3. So even less of a air control. I'm gonna look how wide my radius is to make this turn, even at this speed. Can't even to make that turn. So you really gotta plan your routes and your jumps. and know the course. You can gain a lot of speed on uphills and downhills if you're hitting your jumps right. And there's a shortcut there if you got your hops spaced right here. Stairs can be tricky. There we go. Oof. Bump the wall, you lose less speed. Try to hit as many of your jumps on the down ramp as you can. Try to make my turn. See, I turned too sharp there, and I lost all my speed there. I made that jump there. Gain a lot of speed there on the downhill. Once you kind of get in, oh, see, I lost the speed there. But once you kind of get into the rhythm and the flow, these old defrag physics are kind of fun. Kinda. So there you go. Vanilla Quake 3 physics right here. And then here, let's go to that same map. This should be vintage defrag, which they're saying is like a Quake 1 physics. So let's see. Okay, I can hold jump here. Oh baby, yeah. This is what I love here. Yeah. So, this is where I'll be. And then I already know this map. It goes to the right here. Nope. Oh, yeah. Love it. So, I mean, what can I say aside from, like, it literally just puts a smile on my face. And, like, I'm a grown man and just, like, playing a video game, but at the same time, it, you know, what you like is kind of like what you're good at and stuff. And what we're gonna see here is kind of something for everybody, but also we're gonna see people exploring some new modes. People that like some of these modes are gonna like other modes here. I hit this. Oh, lost a lot of speed there. I won't try for that ramp there. Looks like there's some other routes over the top and stuff. This is a cool map. Is this a finish here? Let's see how I stack up here just on my first run there. 17 seconds. Oh, that's my stages. That's my stage splits. Okay, I was misunderstanding that earlier. Okay. I was thinking that was some kind of goals that I was setting. Yeah. That was my stage splits. And so I thought 17 seconds was the record. Yeah, no, so that's my stage splits there, all shown out for me. I can watch my replay, I can restart. Very cool. I'm really happy. Like, the feeling of that is perfect. So I'm hyped on that. Any records here? Let's see this leaderboards here on this. I want to see this. See my competition here. Mr. G-Man putting down the 46 seconds. Show me how it's done. Oh, he's hitting already with the strafes. That's why they call this the waggle physics. Yeah, oh, he's good. He's good. I love it. Nice, nice. Yeah, you see what a well-planned route is, and it looks a little over the top. Almost, I know, but you know, you start running the route, and you start consistently seeing where your jumps land, and being able to plan it better and better, sharper and sharper as you hit the same route. Stuff like this begins to look achievable, but this guy is good. I love it, and of course he hits the ramp there. Beautiful. And there's that 46 seconds. Whoo, man. Good job, G-Man. All right, so that is all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 game modes available right now in Momentum Mod. Super hyped to see that. I'm instantly in love with the vintage defrag mode there. But the surf is super hyped to see as well, because where I had played it in CSGO and CS2, it isn't really there anymore. So I know it is still there on CS Source, but having this kind of infrastructure, you know, and same for the conc jumps and stuff like that. If I can get my rhythm and feel for that can be a lot of fun too. But a different kind of challenge for sure. And that bhop, putting that in here, makes me want to learn it. Makes me want to learn that technique of that backwards circle jump to get that speed there in that physics set. So a lot of cool movement modes here. Probably not the end of this list. There's probably going to be more modes even added. The amount of maps that are going to be ported in is absurd, just because there's 25 plus year histories of speedrunning and jumps in these games, in these modes. The skill level that we're going to see on display is unbelievable, and it's so nice to be able to just right click and watch a replay, and everybody's replays are right there in the game. Profiles, achievements, everything is just perfect. And this is still considered an alpha, a playtest. So again, all progress and all scores are going to be reset at some point in the future, with a full release, or maybe even before that. I see there's bonus levels on there. Cool. So all kinds of stuff to explore here. How cool. We'll take a quick look here at the settings here, what's available, because this kind of gives a flavor, I feel, of what the devs are going for. We got our save states and everything built in here. There's customizability on our avatar characters there. Nice audio settings for mixing and specifying your device is a nice high quality setting to have there. Field of vision, max FPS. Of course, it's FPS independent physics here, but for comfort and preference, you can set. Here's, as I mentioned, here's our customizability on our characters here, and even how your replays behave there. And Here's your real gameplay settings here. FOVs on your models, very nice to have. I think as we get closer to a more released product, we'll see some more customizability on our sounds and stuff like that. But I think there's been a lot of improvement. I know some of the audio and models, especially in the concs and stuff, were off-putting to some people. But it's really nice and polished now already, and some of these have some in-depth. Here's our crosshairs and HUD customizabilities, speedometers per game mode. Yeah, so more game modes coming. I think they mentioned combat surf and stuff might be coming too. I mean, the infrastructure's here, the multiplayer's working and everything like that. How cool would that be to get going here? Let me know in the comments if you got any questions. I'll try to answer. Anything you got there? Good to be back here on YouTube. Thanks for sticking with the channel during some dead time, and hope to have some good content for you soon. Thanks again for watching.